Okay, some advanced sidestep techniques, right? So that's kind of when you're on the defensive, when you're on your back, when you're in a position where you're not able to move around. When you are able to move around, you can do things like a running sidestep. This is less defense, maybe just a little more mix-up. But like I showed you, you could run before. And sidestep goes about, I don't know, like 60 degrees, one side of an opponent or the other. Sidestep actually takes on different properties when you're running. So when you're running, sidestep becomes a full 180. So if I'm running up to you and I hit sidestep, I'll go all the way around you if I'm in a run state when I sidestep, like that. You can actually do a sidestep into a run. So kind of the reverse of that is, you can hit sidestep and hold forward and you'll immediately run instead of having to like double tap run or something like that. So you can hit sidestep, hold the direction and run. So if you see somebody throw a projectile at you, like if you'll hit the A button, you can sidestep it and immediately run at them and you're trying again for attack. So it's just kind of like evasive maneuvers, you might say, more so than like blocking or defense. So those are some advanced sidestep maneuvers. You can sidestep in a run. You can do, you can do the running sidestep. You can also do the back turned sidestep to close distance really quickly and turn around. You can actually just, if your back is turned, you can actually just sidestep and you'll turn around. So instead of like manually turning around, you can just sidestep, throw, something like that. So those are quick ways to turn around and turn kind of like situations that make you vulnerable quickly into situations that are either less vulnerable or, situations where you can start to attack your opponent. All right, so we talked about the back and weak attack. And Naruto's does this kind of like step back, kind of knockdown. But back and weak attack actually has defensive kind of invulnerable properties. So, during the kind of wind up, most back and weak attacks are really slow. But they have invulnerability during the wind-up kind of startup animation. So if you'll hit A and throw kunai at me, yeah, you're throwing kunai. So actually, I absorb, if you notice, I absorb the hits and attack. So back and weak attacks specifically have this sort of like invulnerable startup period where you can use this in a lot of cases to exploit, the invulnerability properties and get out of combo strings, get out of pressure, get out of projectile situations. It's slightly counterintuitive, but if you know those properties and if you know your character has lots of invulnerability and really long windup, you can actually absorb a ton of hits. So in that case, rather than getting guard crushed, rather than trying to run up and risk getting hit, just a simple decision to do back and weak attack absorbs all the hits and keeps me safe and wastes all your chakra, and now I have the advantage. So knowing those little things will help you, defend attacks in new, interesting sort of ways instead of just trying to block or sidestep, which is basically, it's kind of like defense 101, block and sidestep, right? But you can actually use certain attacks to be defensive. You can actually use, running sidesteps to be a little more defensive/offensive.